you guys, it's your girl Chi-Town Blue here with another installment of the A-List Alert coming on behalf of the Key S Expressions Publishing slash Multimedia Division. We are doing big things in the Midwest, you guys. If you are new to the channel, welcome aboard. Go below this video, hit that notification bell. That way you know when I do new uploads on this channel. If you are a returning viewer, thank you both so much for coming on board. You guys are a part of the 189.5 thousand K views in the US as well as overseas, you guys. Thank you so much for your support. Here is who is on the runway today is none other than Shein. Yes, Shein. The Shein Corporation is on the chopping block today. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so as you know, well, as you don't know, if you don't know, I am a mom of four and I have two girls, two boys. That's just how, it panned out for me. So when it came to shopping, we're always doing Burlington, okay? They're not sponsoring this video or anything like that. So what my youngest daughter got me up on was Shein. Now, solid products, beautiful products, really, really reasonable prices. Okay, love you. You're not making me break the bank to try to shop for you. Okay, cool. That's cool. So I love the variety of color. I love the assortment. However, what came across my path, it wasn't just the YouTube channels that are flooded with the Shein hauls. And I was always looking for the plus size representation. Found it. Okay, cool. You got my vote. However, MSN.com, big up to them, go out, support their arena of entertainment, did an article about Shein. What they ended up doing was they went to the UK and they did an undercover investigation on the company, two different factories. I found the article, and this is going to connect my review from the Woman King with this particular video one, video two. I'm going to do it like that. So I'm going to read to you the Shein, which is what I love to do. I love to read on my channel as well. So I'm going to read the Shein Factory, MSN.com. You can find it there. I'm going to read through it. If you guys don't like it, it's okay. I like to read anyway. It helps me out. Okay. So just bear with me. I'm going to read to you the article that I find and kind of go back and forth with you on it. That way you get my commentary as well. Okay. Now, this is entitled Shein Factory Employees. Like I said, so setting up the scenario, there's a young lady that went undercover. She's working for two different factories, okay? She gave a fake name and everything, got hired on the job, but she also was able to record the information that she found out while she was an employee at one of the factories. So that's the scenario that's being set up right now for you guys. Again, like, share, subscribe on everything that you guys see. Share my posting. Hello to the TikTok family. New 2,500 likes over there. It is called Maximum Overload Expo Gear 3. So go out there and support. I'm going to I had some music for you guys too. I was going to put that on, but for some odd reason, I can't get it to work today. But if I do, you guys are going to get also music with the article as well. So let me go out. I think I can get the music going for you too. There we go. So this is the Shein article that I discovered. Kind of get you grooving a little bit. Hey. Yes. Hey. Royalty-free music. I love it. Get my little Janet groove on. Yeah. Subscribe to the channel, you guys. Okay, so this is the Shein Factory. Oh my goodness, where'd it go? Okay, Shein Factory employees are working 18-hour days for pennies per garment and washing their hair on lunch breaks because they have so little time off. Report fines. Okay? This is by Sarah Jackson on Sunday. MSN.com website. Big ups to Sarah for doing the article. I'm going to get into detail about it right now as we speak. Workers who make clothes sold on Shein get as little as 4 cents for each item they make, according to the new investigation. They often work 18-hour days with no day off per month, Channel 4 and the newspaper reports. Some workers even wash their hair on their lunch breaks because they have little time left after work, according to the report. Fast fashion company Shein sells clothes at dirt cheap prices, and a new undercover investigation shows the human cost of maintaining that business model. Workers at factories in China that supply clothes to Shein frequently work up to 18-hour days with no weekends and just 1 day off per month, according to an undercover investigation from Channel 4 and the newspaper in the UK. Now, I'm going to stop there. The UK has really been coming out about modern day slavery in 2022. It's a big to-do in this arena of business. Now, we make up $3.9 trillion of the consumer spending population, minorities alone. And so with that being said, we have control over the entertainment industry, how we market and produce our products and get them over here to the United States. Now, everybody is making a big to-do about the Woman King with Viola Davis. And here's my correlation with the movie based on this. Does modern day slavery exist? The answer is yes, it does. Now, I say that because we have clothing, we have accessories, we have things, we have textiles that we all participate in. We have a house, we have shelter, we have clothing that we wear. We're not all going out nude. Some of us do need to be covered up from head to toe. So as a result of that, where is all that stuff coming from? Well, it's coming from overseas, this in particular, China. So what they do is they basically say, hey, look, we as a corporation don't want to do the work. We'll hire a staff to do it. But they're not treating them in the best of light. So us over here in the U.S., we're enjoying it. We're making YouTube channels about it. My daughter's purchasing products from it, but we don't know the back end of the story. And that's why I'm glad this particular article came out to shine a light on the conditions that China is going through. 18-hour days without any days off is crazy. It's horrific. And then the article also says that it's fast fashion. So it's quick. So all of those hauls that you see, there's a story behind it. There's somebody in some little dark place that's been working 18 hours and only gets 1 month off. Even that, if that. And then the article says the news organization say a woman using a fake name got a job inside 2 factories and secretly filmed what she saw as she worked there. The footage will be shown in Untold inside the Shein Machine, which will be available to stream on Channel 4's on-demand channel, All 4, starting on Monday. So if you have to think about it. If you are working, we over here complain about having Friday and Saturday off, or not having Friday and Saturday off, or we complain about having the days off during the week. Could you imagine working 18 hours and not even having a day off at all? That would be horrific. I work in a warehouse with a famous retail company. So the manual labor that goes into that, I would be on a stretcher somewhere if I did not have those 2 days off a week. And they don't even have to be simultaneous. Give me a Monday, Friday, Thursday, Tuesday, whatever. At least I have that day to recoup. And you need that. How are these people recouping? They do this massive supply, 18 hours, fast fashion, only to be told they don't have a day of rest. That is horrific. It really is. And I'm really grateful for this article coming out so that we can unleash this craziness. The news organizations say a woman using, I read that already. There's no such thing. This is a thing. There's no such thing as Sundays here. Let me read that again. There's no such thing as Sundays here, said one worker shown in the footage who said they work 7 days a week. Could you imagine working 18-hour days and not getting a Sunday or Saturday off to yourself? At one of the factories, workers get a base salary of 4,000 yen per month, the equivalent of roughly $556. So let's look at that. You're working 18-hour days, no days off, and you get $556 a month. What does that buy you? What does that buy you? Sit back and think about that while we complain over here about the little bit that we do have. To make at least 500 pieces of clothing per day, but their first month's pay is withheld from them per the investigation. Many of these workers toil long hours to earn a commission of 0.14 yen or just 2 cents per item. Who are you feeding with that? 2 cents per item they are making. At the second factory shown in the footage, workers don't have base pay, but instead receive 0.27 yen or just under 4 cents for each garment they make, the investigation found. Employees are hit with the fine. This was the highlight of it. Employees are hit with the fine amounting to 2/3 of their daily wages if they make even one mistake, according to the report. In one of the factories, female employees washed their hair on their lunch breaks because there is little time left after work. I joke about that all the time. I'm tired, I'm in the warehouse, and I'm just like, I might as well pitch a tent outside in the parking lot because I stay here all the time. And here it is, somebody literally has no time to go home and wash their hair, because they have to turn right back around and be at work to give and produce in fast fashion. This is ridiculous. We asked for a comment. Shein told insiders, we asked for comment. Shein told insiders it is extremely concerned by the material shown in the investigation, which it said, and they quote, allegedly, would violate the code of conduct agreed to by every Shein supplier. The company said its supplier code of conduct is based on International Labor Organization conventions and local laws and regulations, including labor practices and working conditions, and that there are unannounced audits at supplier facilities. A non-compliance with this code is dealt with swiftly, and we will terminate partnerships that do not meet our standards, the company said. We have requested specific information from Channel 4 so that we can investigate. Okay, most companies try to do a smokescreen. I'll give it to Shein to be up on what it is that has been presented, because you have to think about it. If you have a company that's based in, let's say, Los Angeles, and you have a factory that's based in Chicago, you don't necessarily have the manpower to constantly sit there and say, I can maintain, I can follow, I can keep up with each and every person that is employed under you. So what happens is they have to put these safe measures in place to make sure that they have the manpower to say, hey, look, the facility in Chicago, if the facility in Chicago is not doing their job, it's a reflection on the corporation in LA. So I have to make sure, if I'm the owner, that once it's shined the light on, once there's a light on it, I can then go in and make this comment and say, I'm right on it. Some companies don't even do that. They'll just say no comment. But for Shein to really take notice to what's going on in China, are they going to take the necessary steps to change it? If they are, kudos. I'll still shop with them. But if they're going to bypass it and not make a comment, that's what would get me. That's what would get me saying, wait a minute now. You need to say something about this. So for Shein to come back and say, not only these are our principles, and we're going to do our own investigation based on what you found, we're going to take the necessary precautions that we need to make sure that the people who are not doing their job are out of work, basically, so that we can get people in there that's functioning properly. And that's enough. That's more than a notion. Now, are they really going to do it? We'll find out and we'll see. We'll keep posted up on it to make sure that it is intact. And so Shein has grown to behemoth size in fast fashion industry, notching a 100 billion mark in April, more than H&M and Zara combined. Though its clothes are often incredibly cheap, sometimes just a few dollars, which I remember my daughter, she bought the little purses that they have in variety colors, just perfect for the summertime. And they were like $4, $4 or $5. You get a whole bunch of them. And relatively reasonable. And though its clothes are often incredibly cheap, sometimes just a few dollars, customers often say that their items break down very quickly. And designers frequently claim Shein copies their styles and sell them for cheaper, stealing business from them. Okay, so that article was about Shein. Here's my conclusion on it. I love the fact that they do offer a variety of products for the general public to choose from. It's fast fashion. How do I equate that with the movie, The Woman King? Well, here's my scenario and how I kind of connect it together. As you can see through this article, there is a modern day slavery format or blueprint that's being followed even in 2022. The UK also has an issue with the hotel industry as well. That is the same scenario. You have this big corporation who's providing a service, and then you hire people, housekeepers, to do the service. I personally view it, my only opinion is that housekeepers, because I've been one, are slaves. It is what it is. You pay $300 a night for a slave to come in and clean up your place. You do. Let that sink in for a minute. I've been one. We're on our hands and knees. We're not giving brooms or dustpans. And we're told that we have to clean up 18 rooms within an 8-hour period because those rooms have to be clean enough to sell. Modern day slavery. And the UK has a big to do about it, but it also should be something that we are concerned about in the US. We should be concerned on how we're getting our products manufactured, how people are being treated underground, the things that we don't see. Yes, we see the fluorescent colors, but underneath that, somebody doesn't get a day off. Somebody is only being paid $5.56 a month. And here it is, we're in the US and we get 2 days off and don't cherish that. So how it equates to the movie aspect is you can't on the front end benefit from modern day slavery or the slave trade. Our institutions, our banking institutions, hospitality, hotel industry. You're connected with a slave that actually cleans up your room. And also, Shein, prime example. Manufacturers are using China and not paying them properly. This is all considered modern day slavery. So we can't, as a society, benefit on the front end and then say we're going to bash a movie like The Woman King. Agree with me, don't agree with me. It makes a difference. Now, you can't sit up there and say, it's okay to rent a hotel room for $300 a night with a slave attached to it. It's okay to do that because I paid, I work hard, I want to be able to go someplace. They bring me my towels, my food, everything. The only thing that you can't do is pick the picture of the person or the slave that's attached to your room for that $300 a night. Think about that. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. So you can't on the front end benefit. Close the banks. Don't rent a hotel room. Find a way to get your clothes made somewhere else. But if you're benefiting on the front end, you can't then bash a movie like The Woman King on the back end. It doesn't wash. It doesn't wash at all. So I was over on Twitter when the movie came out. I didn't want to see anything pertaining to any trailers or anything like that. I just wanted to go in and sit down and really find out what this movie is all about. But this is a prime example of modern day slavery is going on to this day in 2022. Still to this day. So the next time you watch a Shein video on YouTube, remember the China community. Remember China and remember the person that is only making $5.56 a month without a day off so that you can floss on social media with your Shein outfit on. You know, we have to think about that as a society. And then the president also mentioned that warehouses are going to be opened again so manufacturers can come in and produce chips made in America now. That's going to be another factory job. So what are we going to do? And just because you can pay for a service doesn't make the behavior okay. That's the bottom line to all of this. It does still exist in 2022. And you can't go in and bash a movie like The Woman King. And my next video, I'm going to tell you guys my input on the movie, The Woman King, and what I viewed about it and how I viewed it and whether or not I enjoyed it or not. And I'll try to get this video in with that video and you guys can see the connection together. And remember, ladies, if you are a part of the Curve Nation, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe on every video that you see. If you are a part of the Curve Nation, ladies, are we little girls? Hell no. So do we tap on doors? Hell no. If you are a part of the Curve Nation, ladies, remember to kick that bitch off the hinges. Love you guys. Take care. Remember, like, share, and subscribe on everything that you guys see. See you next time. Love you guys. Take care. Bye.